It's nice and sunny. I actually wanted to take a video inside the house, but it's nice and sunny outside, so I thought, okay, make a video outside. Alright, so Dubai Expo 2020. It has been on for I think 72 days. From October 1st onwards it started. And today, what, December, whatever, 11th or 12th, whatever. December, yeah, 12th. So 72 days are up. 2 months and 12 days. Nearly 3 months is going to get over. So let's review what has happened with Expo 2020. Remember the marketing hype? The greatest show in the world, and it's going to bring 25 million visitors, in and around 3 million visitors a month. That's 100,000 people, I think, per day. Yeah. And people will pay 500 dirhams per ticket per visit. There'll be big investors, massive investments. It's going to change the game, you know. Employment is going to be sky high. New people are going to come in. They're going to have shows every day and programs and technology launches and fine. So what has happened? See, first let's give credit where credit is due. UAE has done what almost all the European, all the European countries, all the Western countries have not been able to do. It fought the pandemic. It challenged the pandemic, and even though there is still a pandemic crisis happening, they said, fuck all this, we need to live normal lives. You know, initially when they started off, they locked down Dera, they locked down places, and it was a bit of a chaos. You know, and it was a mixed bag. On one side, you're like, okay, fine, you have to lock down because you don't want the virus spreading. And, you know, it was not a hoax. I know personally, I know business clients, I know friends who got the virus. They were really, really suffering. Huh? Some of them lost half their body weight, even though it has been now 1 year since some of my clients got infected with the COVID virus. They're okay. They're still suffering the aftermath. Some of them are still weak and all that. So it's not a hoax. The COVID thing is very real. So yeah, UAE. But the bullshit that they give you 100% inoculation, that's rubbish. 100% is not vaccinated. I know so many people, it's not few. I know so many people who are dealing with me. They have chosen not to take the vaccine. Okay. They have cited whatever excuse they want to give. So 100% is not done. But they have done an incredible job. And they opened the economy. And so, respect to UAE where the achievement is due. The second thing is, you know, it takes a lot of courage and guts to hold the event. Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. They were hemorrhaging cash. They spent billions on the promotion only to cancel it. So they couldn't afford to delay it for another year. Okay. So now UAE has successfully launched Expo 2020. And you know, like most of you, I tuned in. I saw the opening ceremony. It was really nice. It was done very well. I also enjoyed it. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was beautifully done. It was a masterpiece and they did it perfectly. Okay. The buildings, the infrastructure is just mind-boggling. I mean, there is no country in the world that can replicate, other than China, of course, that can replicate the construction that was done as fast as it was done. So kudos to Dubai, kudos to Sheikh Mohammed. You know, incredible leadership. Yes, you did it. We have to give you credit. Okay. But now comes the flip side. Now, I'll also give UAE the benefit of the doubt that this COVID has really caused a ruckus. And you know, people are still suffering. But having said that, where are the investments? You know, you'll say, Loy, when they do investments, they don't talk about it. What nonsense, man. UAE likes to brag about every small, even if it makes a toothpick, it'll say the greatest toothpick. Like they just announced paperless office. Wow, the first government with paperless office. The paperless concept has been there from the 1980s. You know, the concept of paperless office from 1980s they have tried. When I was working in the 2000s, I remember companies were doing that. Paperless office doesn't do anything great. It sounds wow, digital, futuristic. In fact, it gives you a whole host of new challenges and headaches. Okay, paperless office is nothing great. So this is just publicity. And then the holiday, oh, we are going to have 4.5-day work week, and Sharjah wanted to show, oh, we are even better, we give 4-day work week. It's like you're bragging about holidays instead of bragging about hard work. And you know, in fact, there are so many Emiratis who I speak to, actual Emiratis, they don't want they don't want holidays. They want to work. They really want to work. They have a job, plus they have a business, plus they have things at the side. You know, okay, fine, I make fun of Emiratis, joke about them and all that. But it's the same thing with any country, whether it's India, anyone. You know, you follow the Pareto principle, 80-20. Majority are average or useless. The 20% from there starts the above average. And then you have the 1%. I don't know whether I'm in touch with the 20%, all the 20%, or not all, sorry. I mean, most of the 20%. But the people I talk to, they don't want a holiday. They're like, fuck, I need to work. I need to make money. They're talking of investments. They're talking of opening a new business. They're talking about working. In fact, my friends who work for government entities, they keep telling me, Loy, you know, these guys, office timing, they come on time. You can go after 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you can go home. These guys are not going home. They're sitting and working. And they're not wasting time. They're educated, dynamic people. So, you know, this holiday thing this is also bullshit. Then what are the announcement UAE had? Oh, your loans, I forgave the 1 billion loans and all that. That again is stupidity. So now overall, with Expo 2020, what is there to brag about? Okay, you held the event. Great. You created the infrastructure. Great. You got publicity. Yeah, you paid a lot of money for it. Okay, even with the COVID crisis, you still managed to get people to come into the country. That is also another applause. In fact, one of my friends, he just clients, he just came to the UAE for a business visit. He said, you know, you don't have to show your passport, nothing. You just walk in. There are, you know, high security cameras, and they just scan your this thing, and you can just walk through. He's saying it's incredible the progress UAE has made. But then the question is, how come underworld gangsters, drug lords, kingpins, they are in UAE? They are in UAE, and nobody is saying anything. In fact, you can just Google search. Darren Till, who's a UFC fighter, was seen taking photographs with a wanted underworld don. He's wanted in Europe or UK or something. I mean, how these guys are there? We know the mafia is there. And like I have always told you, you don't make noise. You can be in the country. You don't do anything wrong. You can be in the country. They're not going to send you off. But yes, if USA comes and says, no, listen, we want this guy, then they'll bundle you and they'll put the big headlines. Oh, UAE Cybercrime Division caught this guy red-handed. They knew for a fact the criminal was already there. They just didn't want to arrest him at that time. They didn't have any reason. And then yes, of course, we have other businesses like Lulu and all that expanding. DR Shetty is completely gone. End of his era. So overall, 2 months and 12 days, 72 days of Expo 2020. What is there to talk about? Every day there's a show, every day there's a program. A lot of guys go there to see the events and shows and dances. There is running, there is exercise. They're trying to make it like a place where things are happening. But to my surprise, people are actually praising Global Village much more than they are praising Expo 2020. I have many of them shared the videos of Global Village. Nice. It's a great family entertainment. But Expo 2020 is comparatively bland. And some of them said even it's so big, most of it is like you can't possibly go, and many places are empty. In fact, the places of Expo 2020, what they're doing, they're just marketing their country. Come visit our country. Some of them are selling souvenirs and all that. India, it seems, India's pavilion is only marketing Modi and BJP and for the elections, which smart move. So it's become a BJP advertisement, an advertisement for BJP and Modi. Anyway, he's paying the bills, I guess. So overall, how would I rate Expo until now? In terms of survival, good. In terms of getting audience, I would say average. It's nothing spectacular. New jobs, market is improving, but it's not the spectacular announcement that they said, oh, jobs are going to be like crazy and all that. Could it be because of COVID? Yes, we'll have to take that into consideration. Have there been massive investments? Nothing that we have heard of. In fact, they even shut down this China operations because they said USA called it, a military base or something like that. Then all that big noise about peace with Israel and all that, Abraham Accord, it disrupted the Middle East, the dynamics. Saudi and UAE are not very close now. Saudi and Qatar are hugging each other. So fake, man. Saudi and Qatar hugging each other. The Mohammed bin Salman and the Qatar Emir Tamim. The way they are hugging each other is like as if they have been best friends for ages. Now, UAE is not being hugged anymore. Salman is meeting with Tamim, but MBZ, nobody is hugging him. The war with the Houthis, enough and more scandals. UAE got removed from Somalia or Africa or where? Okay. And UAE purchased these aircrafts from France. What the fuck are you going to do with so many aircrafts, man? What wars are you fighting? I just feel the reason why they purchased it, because I guess they had to purchase. They wanted maybe some benefit mutually. And then when UK said UAE is going to be in the red zone, they gave the announcement for billions of dollars worth of investment. Anyway, Sheikh Mohammed can't go and show his face there because of Princess Rania. Oh, Haya, sorry. Haya, right? Yeah, Jordanian female. And Sheikh Mohammed is apparently banned from going there because of all the scandals. So overall, would I call it a success? For the money that they spent and the stuff that they did, it's a loss. Financially, it's a massive loss. It's a huge loss. Was it a smart thing to do? No, it was a gamble and it failed. what is a plus point? Dubai can say that yes, we hosted the Expo 2020. They can say that, but they are hemorrhaging cash like no one else's business. The same budget, had they used it just for marketing and developing UAE, would have been much more better. No jobs are created because of Expo 2020. Economy is improving naturally. So overall, I would say that Expo 2020, I'd give it a rating of overall performance and everything else. Back of my head, say 2 out of 10. It's to be seen now, these buildings and this roads and infrastructure. What is the sustainability? Who's going to use it? Why are you going to use it? Who's there to use it? That's to be seen now. After Expo 2020 is finished, what's going to happen? And yeah, the property market. Oh, Sajwani said it's bounced back. Just like Joe Biden, bounce back, we are back. What back? Back and front. You take both back and front. Yeah, they are advertising that property sold for 15 million and 20 million and most expensive property. You can make all these announcements and to get publicity and talk big. Oh yeah, crypto. We're going to launch this crypto, that crypto. Still to be seen, right? Overall, lot of noise, lot of hype, as usual. But I don't think the normal person has benefited other than, okay, COVID is slowly easing. We are going slowly back to normal. We want to run our businesses like normal. And life is back to normal. There's nothing outstanding or extraordinary. So that's about it. The only achievement that I can say for UAE minus the Expo is they are pushed to come back to normal. And they are still, even though they are still struggling, this is a massive help that you can put the economy back to normal so people can live their lives. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Agree, disagree. Love to hear your views. Me signing off. Ciao. You guys take care.
Are you fed up of life? Earning a pathetic salary, working long hours, having an ungrateful boss, facing office politics, the constant fear of losing your job, and after paying rent, groceries, shopping, and children's expenses, you were left with hardly any savings. Is this the life you dreamed of? Or do you wish to change your life forever? Meet Loy Machedo, the world's #1 personal branding coach. He will help you identify the real you, position and sell yourself by getting the job of your dreams, and make good money anywhere in the world. If you do not believe me, Google his name, Loy Machedo, and you will find 2 million web links online and over 200 recommendations from very happy clients. So the question is, do you want to change your life? If yes, then contact Loy Machedo. www.loymachedo.com. Who is loymachedo.com? Thinkpersonalbranding.com. What are you waiting for? Do it now.